Is the brake on your new pedal set not meeting your expectations? If so, let D-Nut Stuff transform your braking experience. D-Nut Stuff has brake mods for Thrustmaster TLCMs, Husingveld Sprints, Mosa SRPs, Fanatec CSL Elite V1 and V2s, SimJack Pros, and UT sets. We are always working on adding new pedal sets and more, so check back often.
Ricmotech high-performance sim racing equipment. Whether you're just looking to have fun, train for race day, or become a serious esports competitor, Ricmotech has you covered. Hundreds of name-brand parts. Support from experts that love sim racing. Trusted by the pros. There's only one place to go, ricmotech.com.
Does your feet hurt after a session of sim racing? Are you tired of the distraction from sore heels? If so, D-Nut Stuff has the solution for you. Our heel pads add support and comfort for your feet, so those long races are no longer painful. We can make a heel pad for pretty much any pedal set and even add your custom logo. So get one today. You won't regret it.
Good morning, happy Friday. Welcome to the Pit Stop, the show where we're here to drink some coffee, hang out with our friends, and talk about what's going on in the world of sim racing this week. How you all doing on this Friday? I'm super excited, super pumped. You can see I'm flying, driving, solo. Where's Ameer? Ameer is on vacation. So I hope you're having the best time out there in the world, Ameer. And I will take care of business without you. How are you all doing? Yes, Tom, I am. So good morning, Tom. How are you? I see Christian and Janera are here. Good morning to the both of you. Marlasim, good morning. Hey, how you doing? All right, yeah, so Ameer's on vacation. I'm flying solo, and there isn't a ton of news, which is okay, because today my mom comes in, and my mom's going to be here for a week on vacation, and I haven't seen her in a really long time, so I'm very excited about that. So I'm in a great mood. And yeah, perfect Friday. Sam, good morning. How are you? Happy Friday. Tom Jones getting in on the donation for the show. Hold on. Here we go.
Wow,
Hey,
it's
it's
very
covered up.
nice.
Hold on. Is that on your end too? Here, I got to do that again.
Wow, it's
Thank you,
very
good
nice.
Floki, good morning to you. How are you? So, I have been a busy guy, doing a lot of reviews, working on a lot of gear, and getting a lot done. I'm actually kind of proud of myself, kind of happy. I don't know if any of you got a chance to see my latest review, the AZ Racing SVR review, as I put in the title here. The rig surprised me, and I got to tell you, this rig did surprise me. Just something genius. That the main structure is all one piece, and it's all welded aluminum, which meant it took me like minutes to be up and racing. The fastest rig build ever. Even including some of those fold-up chairs, you still got to like do some assembly. This was literally 4 bolts for a seat, mount my gear, and I was racing. It was unbelievable. I don't know. So normally when I do a rig review, I'm just going to do a little confession here with y'all. Normally when I do a rig review, it takes 24 to 30 minutes on average for a rig with a lot of adjustments and accessories just to cover it all in the way I've always done it. And I think of myself a little bit like a storyteller. And so I've, doing this a long time, and I kind of take this approach of like, how does it go? Unbuild it, put it together, get your gear on it. Like, I don't even get to driving until like 20 minutes into something. And I just know that we're in a new world where things happen much faster. People just want the headline news. They want it quick. They want it down and dirty. And for me, there's been an attempt for an evolution over the last 5 years, 10 years, I don't know, of trying to modernize this old dog into the new tricks, but without giving up what I like to do, which is be very thorough, and make sure that you have every piece of knowledge you need to make a decision on a purchase, whether it be a wheel, pedal, wheel rim, wheelbase, or chassis, or any other accessory we might consider. That is my job. That's how I approach things. And yet, I want to be more modern. I want to have something that is approachable to the younger audience, to the more, TikTok-friendly audience, even without reducing things to 1 minute. So this review, it's not a lot different. I thought I was doing something really different, and in the end, it turned out to be very similar with some slight changes if you really observe it. Down to 14 minutes, and I think it was very thorough without being too quick about it. Anyway, I was pretty proud of the review, and pretty surprised by the rig. I mean, my only complaint is the wheel deck flex. If they rate it for up to 38 Newton meters, even at 12 Newton meters, when I was really like jumping a chicane, like a real fast shooting chicane with a couple bumps in it, in that scenario, I did notice some wobble. I mean, would it be regrettable if I bought that rig? No, I don't think it would be, because I think you just get used to stuff and you stop focusing on the small things, right? Same thing with the monitor. I didn't really notice any of the monitor wiggle, but when I look at the footage and what I feel driving isn't always the same. So I'm looking at the footage and I'm like, look at that thing over those chicanes. It was doing that. But with that said, I had the keyboard, mouse tray, monitor mount, which held my giant ass super duper heavy 49-inch widescreen. the rig was $995, that equipped, and it's like, okay, that's like $400 cheaper than the equivalent from like Next Level or Trak Racer, and you know, bless their heart, they both make fantastic rigs. I want to show you. I can't move my camera. I have the Trak Racer TRX Alpine right here. This is a rig that I have wanted to test for the longest time, years and years and years. This is now the V2 version. I wanted to test it back when it was the V1 version. I finally got it. It came in that blue color, the Alpine blue, which, man, it's one of those things. It's so placebo effect. It's so like, what do you like in sim? You know, when you're picking a wheel, especially, like, there's so much visual to a wheel, even a pedal set. You know, like, I think some people are influenced by colors and things like that, and metallurgy, and I sure am. And so I look at this blue Alpine Trak Racer, and the color is like spot on to the BMX bike that I had when I was like 12 years old. That was like the most important possession of my life, perhaps, if I really, really put a value on it. For, you know, I've owned cars, you know, I've never owned a house. I've owned cars, I've owned some expensive toys, right? But did anything really ever mean as much as that BMX bike you had when you were 12? I mean, really? Oh, Joa, I'm sorry. Man, I should have known. I should have sent out the emergency lookers. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, cable management was incredible on that AZ Racing, Floki. You're absolutely right. Ian Marshall, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon. I hope you're having a good one. Shaun Seabrand, good morning. Good morning to you. Edgar Sanchinelli, how you doing, buddy? And good morning, Joa. I'm glad you did make it. So, I like colors. That's the other thing. Thank you, Tom. That red, in the case of the AZ Racing, it comes in Sim Racing Standard black, right? Every rig in all of Sim Racing comes in the standard color of black. This one also does come in red, and from a reviewer, you know, I go and put a black background in my set. From a reviewer perspective, black is a very tough color to work with when you're trying to film. It sucks the light. It's terrible. Everything in sim racing is black. Black on black on black. So I really appreciated that about this, and I, as I mentioned, love my BMX blue on this TRX. So I hope I love it as much as I love looking at it. I have not even sat in it yet. I literally put the last bolt of assembly on this morning. So we will find out. We will find out. We're going to get dialed in for driving position, get the accessories I have on it, and be driving it by tonight, except my mom's going to be here. But, you know, this is an impromptu vacation. I told her I have a lot of work. So does Greg. You know, neither of us have days off, so it's going to be a lot of hanging out at the Cole house. So, all right. Yes, it's a really decent rig. It's better than decent rig for the price. It's a really good rig for the price. Joa was aware. Joa was on it. I'm sorry, Tom was on it, Joa. We had spotters. Mom is not. Mom's been having back. Mom's actually getting a back surgery, Tom, and she will not be getting in any of my rigs. That's for sure. John Bellegron, what'd you say? Been on the fence getting a new Trak Racer 120 V2. Just got new pedals. Ace Attack Invecta. Thorpe 2. Nice. My GT Omega Prime Light should have got the Prime. Yeah, hey, you know, but when you're in sim racing for a long time, it's okay to go through these moments. You know, I love paralleling other things that are like more mainstream, like bicycles, you know. Even when I was racing bikes pretty hardcore, I'd have a really good frame and I'd wear out my wheels would get some, beat up. My drivetrain would get beat up, and at some point I would give the bike a refresh. I'd just dump the whole Group O, the wheel set, throw them in the trash, or well, likely I'd sell them, because that's how, if you race, that's how you make money, is selling gear. And so then you basically put a brand new Grupo on that old frame. You know, the frame is almost like our sim rig. You know, I put a new wheel, new pedal set, kept the old rig going strong. And then there are times where you need to upgrade the frame. And you might do that and be like, hey, that Grupo is still in pretty good shape. I'm going to save some money and just put it on the new frame. You know, and maybe other things like a headset or a bottom bracket will be a different size. So maybe you have to upgrade a few small parts, but essentially a lot of it will transfer over. And then other times you just throw the whole thing out and start over scratch. And that's the best day on earth ever. I don't care how long you've been a bike racer. I don't care how long you've been a sim racer. If anyone, unless you just did it, could throw the whole thing away and magically snap their fingers and have the choice rig of their choice, the base, the wheel rim, the pedal set, wouldn't that be a glorious day? I know it. Ooh, my stomach just growled at me. Whoa! My stomach wants a new rig. Alright. Just checking with you guys in your comments. Time for stuff and things. Yes! Exactly, David. That's what we've been doing. Stuff and things. Video idea. Made a rig that is high enough that you don't have to sit down in it. Instead, it's like a truck rig and you just slide. Well, do you want like a... You know, I think like an outlaw sprint car, if you could like just remove the side pieces and step into it, like not have to climb into it. If I'm not mistaken, that's practically like what you're describing. You want the wheel like this, or you want it in front of you like arcade days? I mean, if you think back to arcade days, it was pretty exhausting. If you had a really good run on one of the stand-up machines, you have like your left foot back, right? And it's just your stable foot. You're on the wheel, and you got your right foot on that gas pedal and brake, right? Well, that gets pretty exhausting. You definitely need something to sit on for that scenario. If you fit, I'm gonna raise this monitor so I don't have to crouch so low to read it. By the way, I have the news over here, so it's easy to make sure nothing goes wrong with it. Hey, Caitlin, how you doing? Good morning. Front that would go into truck mode. Yeah. If you finish right and feeling really good, far above pain for you. Oh, come on, love your TRX. Oh, you're in a TRX. Some of the adjustments are amazingly quick. I have not put my wheel deck on it, so I don't know. It's like there's a ton of adjustments, and right now without the piece in the middle, it's a little wobbly. So I don't know in the end how easy it's going to make that adjustment. The pedal and seat adjustments are unbelievably fast for how significant and how extreme they are. Because this rig goes from Formula to GT. I haven't even sat in it yet. It's so gorgeous. Can I take a picture and show you? I can do this.
Radar data.
Oh. It's so gorgeous. I am just in love with this thing. Can I just show you on... No, I gotta send it over. Here. I know how to do this. Give me 1 second. I got this. I can do this. I'm a tech guru, right? Here we go. I'm going to show you 2 boxes. Or 2. No, I'm going to show you 2 pictures. Alright, let's see if this worked. Please forgive me. Copy link. Dun dun dun! Look at that! Oh my god. You guys, this still is one of those moments for me that I'm just like, oh yes, 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 a new rig. Look at all these boxes. I wish I had more space. Alright, and then that's what it looks like. Now, so the 4 main boxes, the 3 with the blue triangles, those 3 make up just the rig. And then the one with the red triangles, large box, is the seat. And then the other 3 are some accessories. Mount it upside down. It will lower the base down, which works. Joa, thank you. Thanks for the heads up on that. Copy image link. And that is building it just the way the instructions tell you. I haven't done anything different. But yeah, look at that rig. It's so large. It's really large. And it's really heavy. But that's good and bad, right? I mean, I think there's a time and place for everything. Look, I still have the right and left stickers on it. So that's what I'm working on there. You guys know, if you watch the other video, you guys know something else I'm working on. I love doing this when I'm working on a review.
The more
but
you practice chair Tai Chi, the more comfortable your body will feel.
Chair Tai Chi.
Monday,
Anybody
April
doing
20th.
it?
Are you in?
Disappear for a month. On Monday.
Disappear
This
for a month.
is the lightest full-size cockpit I've ever tested.
Oh yeah, I know what I was
and
going to show
it has
you.
one big limitation you need to know about.
Where is it? I think it's right here.
Something very important when it comes to rig
Oh, no,
selection is the
sizing.
range, or the size of driver it will accommodate. I am 5'5", and you can see that if to fully test an SVR chassis, I did run.
There it is. So you guys can see the Asetek Initium, their starter kit, which is really great starter kit from what I played. There's always things to complain about, right? Always things that could be improved. But it's a pretty amazing wheelbase for the money, it seems like. Well, combo. And I'm still tripping on the wheel rim. It's this weird rubberized material that's super rigid. I'm assuming it's all metal inside because it's so rigid. And it reminds me of... And if somebody can tell me the game that had it, I don't think it was Pole Position. But back in the arcade days, there was a game that just had this super rigid, round, rubberized wheel that was like bulletproof, man. And that's how this thing feels. It really reminds me of those days. The blue is awesome. It comes in a bunch of colors too. Their packaging was amazing. The packaging was worth a lot of money. And just to be fair, I mean, this AZ chassis was really... they got lucky. With it being one piece, it meant nothing was sliding around, except for the seat was like pretty well attached to everything when it was packaged. So even though the box wasn't as supported as the Trak Racer, because I'll describe that experience in a second. But when I did their previous chassis, the CS I think it was called, it did have some issues with a couple of nicks and scratches and marks from sloppy packaging by comparison to... Everything was wrapped, but it was all wrapped and bumping, right? Compared to the Trak Racer, where everything was like in styrofoam shaped and everything was wrapped in styrofoam and isolated. So there was no jiggle when you even moved these giant boxes around. Really, really well done. They give you the boots power supply, the boosted power supply with that, Shaun. Joa, I don't think so. I think I have what the 5.5 Newton meter one is. Is that the boosted? I just started getting into that wheel. I've been driving on it, but I haven't really done anything to explore its nuances. I have changed the brake stack. I have, changed it because it didn't default to 900 degrees of rotation. Other than that, I've just been running it. But I haven't started my real process of thinking. It's like next up on the platter, we'll say it, on the chop. Next up on the chopping block of the Simpit is that Asetek Initium wheel combo. Sorry, forgive me. and the TRX Trak Racer Alpine rig. Those are two things I'm going to test them together, actually. I'll put a different wheel and pedal on it just to check certain things, but for the most part, I'm going to use those together for reviewing them simultaneously, or to an extent. All right, I think that's it from Simpit. We have some racing stuff to talk about. We'll leave that till the end of the show. But that's it as far as Simpit production, what's going on in the studio, and our good morning session for all of you. So we're going to move on to the news. It is a light news day. By the way, Driver 69, good morning. I don't think I said good morning to you. If you chat, I like to say good morning to you, so be sure to chime in, even if it's just saying good morning or hello. Let me know where you're from, where you're watching from. But I'd love to say hi to everybody and wish you a good, happy Friday, the kickoff to the weekend. So let me get a chug of coffee in. And let's move on to the news. iRacing, starting off with iRacing. Do I need to change my order from time to time? You know, so the way I do this show, you guys can't see my tabs. But I have a Firefox browser. The only reason I ever use Firefox is for this one purpose. It opens up about 30 tabs, maybe 40 tabs of companies that I follow. And then I just scroll through their Twitter pages or whatever their social media activity is. And then if there's news, I keep it. And if there isn't, I delete that tab. And then when I get to this moment here, I go left to right. Which means it's always in the same order. Not for any reason. That's just the order that they're in, funny enough. Good morning, Ken Eastup. You and I have been playing phone tag. I don't know if you have time or still available, but we should talk. I don't know your availability. It can go to 8 newton meters with a bigger power supply. Joa, I'm going to look into that. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. Joa, look at Joa. I'm reviewing 2 products, and Joa's like, hey, if the wheel deck seems too high, you can mount the whole assembly upside down, and it totally rocks it. And by the way, that wheel is maybe more wheel than you think it is. Thank you, Joa. And good morning, Ken. I don't know if I actually said good morning. Good morning, David. I don't know if I said good morning. I know I acknowledged. Just booked and haven't done an official race in 2 years. Oh, you just looked. I'm getting ready to do another episode of Steal My Eye Rating, because if I go race on public, it might... Well, no. Joe has got me motivated. It's not going to happen this week, because my mom's in town. But I'm trying to get ahead on things. I've been so behind. That's why I've been trying to crank out shows. I need to get caught up enough time to be able to get back in the car for me. I just don't get enough sim time for me. I get plenty of sim time, but it's in different rigs, different wheels, different pedals. I try to change cars and tracks so the footage isn't too boring. But Joa has me kind of motivated to get back on my A game. I'm definitely on like B- territory right now. Listening mostly. Weird weather this spring. Ours too. It's like literally, it was raining, now it's freezing, but then at like noon it'll be hot, and then it's like gonna freeze, not freeze, but cold. Not freeze, sorry. Sorry for people living in real cold weather. I don't mean that. Use Symbolo, these pages of thumbnails with images, so I have different pages for different subjects. Symbolo, I've never heard of that. Joe evaded. Yes! I need a t-shirt. I'm Joe evaded. Oh, right on. Oh, yeah, you know, here, let me get that again. Christian, thank you. Oh, here, disable that. Hey, give me the names. Is that from Ameer? Oh, Ameer sent it to me. Okay, sorry. Sorry, forgive me, forgive me. Oh, I know. It was somewhere else. Yeah, no, I wanted to bring that up and I forgot. I'm sorry. I can't remember where it is, though, in our Discord. Ken, where is it in our Discord, please? Ken, if you don't mind, if you tell me, I'll bring it up. All right, I'm going to skip over to this while I wait on that. We'll bring it in. Tell me which section, Ken, and I'll bring up the race. Skip Barber Racing School is back in iRacing as far as sponsorship goes. I mentioned this. I don't know if you guys remember. Years and years and years ago, was it called Beyond the Sim? Was that the one with me and Billy Strange talking topics? One of the things we talked about was how prizes in sim racing was just like restricted to the elite level still. Where would the prize pool for the lower tier? Because if there's a certain amount of money that you knew, all of the aliens were going to show up, and those are guys who were going to win all the prizes. But at some point, there'd be enough money, enough distribution, enough lower level prizes and tiers to start being worth it for like normals to actually have a chance. Hey, put in the work, get an A form, and, you know, bring in some decent results, and who knows, you could be in the points battle at the end of the season. Now, this is a big prize, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not the same as like winning big cash in the top tier. So we could probably call this second tier. But what we're looking at here is a $500,000 in prizes. I think that's like, you know, scholarships to Skip Barber type school and events, races. And it's probably spread, you know, that's not 500 to the winner. So that's the difference. It's not a top tier. We'll call it second tier. But, you know, in iRacing now, you know, almost all their series have some kind of a sponsorship that gets you, I believe, like maybe a free steering wheel or something along those lines. Oh, Strike! Happy Friday to you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Anyway, so they're back with theirs. Lime Rock, Laguna, VIR, Sonoma, Richmond, Coda. In addition to that, there is a livery pack on trading paints for the DTM cars on iRacing. So this is the real liveries. The official DTM liveries are now live on Trading Paints. All current paints are available to use as DTM series kicks off this week in iRacing. Explore the full grid and race them yourselves at Trading Paints. Light news but strong coffee. Yeah, me too. So there's the DTM liveries. There are them liveries. Rennsport, with an announcement of sorts, I guess we could call it. Building a sustainable foundation. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but Rennsport made an interesting post. Rennsport is evolving into a self-publishing studio across all platforms. The transition is a necessary step for our growth, allowing us to manage our operations and release schedules with greater precision, especially for the short-term release of our next update. By bringing our digital infrastructure in-house, we are gaining the agency required to own our timelines and strengthen our back end for the years of racing ahead. Sounds like some downsizing, like they were like, okay, we're going to just like fire this PR firm. We're going to fire these social media people who don't work in the office. They're satellite. We're going to make sure that we just either hire people in-house or probably more likely dump those responsibilities on somebody else who already has a full slate. Just saying. Just the capitalistic way. This stuff has also been accelerated by extreme external circumstances following the insolvency of our former publishing partner, Nacon. We've been required to take over platform operations ourselves. Anyway, not necessarily the best of news, but they're being pretty outcoming with it. That's great that there are official series liveries that. Yeah, they're getting really pretty good about that in iRacing. Oh, good. Ameer would be railing right now. Promote yourself. Ken, I give you permission right now to put that in the main channel. I'm going to go to promote yourself. But I permit you to advertise that in the main channel. Because I endorse it that significantly. Thank you. I got it. There we go. This is what we were talking about. So, Christian literally, it was Christian, right? Signed up for 30 days on iRacing. Turned his account on back for 30 days just to be able to attend this race because it's really big. Ken, I mean, you guys know Ken and everything he does for our community and what a great guy he is. Anyway, it's the Road America Charity Invitational Sergeant Adam W. Estep Memorial Scholarship Mustang GT3 charity race. Join us in honoring veterans by contributing, sharing, and promoting on social media. Funds go to the Sergeant Adam W. Estep Memorial Scholarship Foundation for Veterans. Something that Ken's been involved in for many, many, many years. And he puts in so much work for other people. I mean, that's, if you know Ken, that's Ken. D-Nut Stuff, Frito Sport, Sim Racers Group, and Slow Motion Broadcasting are sponsors on the event, and it will be broadcast. So that's coming up May 30th. May 30th, everybody. And again, Ken, please post it in the main channel so everybody can know about it. Yeah, I do. Well, we'll get it posted or make sure it does, especially as it gets closer. Are you still? How many spots? Still opening? You placed 6th last year, Christian. Well done. Well done. All right. Kaz himself posted this one, or repost. No, he posted. Gran Turismo reposted. Update is coming next week. Next update. Next week the update will arrive, and we have these cars. Well, that doesn't look very fast. That looks like one of those. No, so there's this class of super small cars in Japan. I can't remember what they're called. They're like super micro cars. And I think Toyota, everyone made one, but Toyota made a like sporty model. I mean, they only make like 70 horsepower or something. But they made one that was kind of sporty. And then there's I saw a TikTok video just the other day on this, funny enough. A different company I've never even heard of, it's not a brand we've ever had in America, made an even more sought-after version that had, like, gull wings. Anyway, looks like one of those two cars to me, that one on the left. And then this larger car, it's got kind of a Lamborghini nose, right? I mean, that's a Lamborghini nose, isn't it? K-Cars. Yes, K-Cars. That's it. Do you recall the sporty ones, Brian? You'd know, because they're like Miata's like little tiny cousin. So, let's see here. Let's scroll up. Do we know more? That's a Corvette. That's a Jaguar, isn't it? Or an Aston? That's a Porsche. Wait. On April 23rd, Gran Turismo 7 will receive an update. I didn't see a Porsche there, did you? God, I read that way wrong. Wait. That was a Porsche? I guess it is. It looks so tiny next to the Lamborghini. Holy crap. Yes. Holy crap. Look at how big this... Was it a McLaren or Lamborghini? I already lost my mind. Look at how big it is. The 911 looks the size of a K car. Suzuki Cappuccino. That was one. Yes. Oh, AutoZam. That's the one, Miska. It's the AutoZam. Yes. But I got it all wrong. It was a 911. Get it together, Cole. You moron. You think you're a car guy? You think you're a car guy? Hold on. Hold on. Let me just recognize the moment in full properness. In lieu of me thinking that the 911 was an AutoZam, I'm gonna give me. I'm gonna take a time out over here in the corner. Jeez Louise. All right, so here are the cars, and let's play it again. The Porsche 911 Turbo S Leichtbau 964 1993. That's why it looks so small. It's from 93. The Renault Twingo 93, so they can race against each other in the era correct grid. And oh wow, it was not a McLaren or a wow, or it's a Yang Wang. I'm sorry, it's hard to say that was a straight face. I am so sorry. It is a Yang Wang U924. These cars will be newly added. New scapes, new extra menu, additional race events. Yeah, the wedding ring. The wedding ring is hysterical. What is up with that? You know, it's funny I never got married, but I would not be able to, I can't wear a wedding ring, which is sort of funny because I never got married and had to, but number one, my fingers swell up if I try to wear a ring. So if I wear a ring, it's going to get stuck in my hand. Number two, I've always had jobs working with machinery, you know, and welding, and a ring scares me. I take my watch. I don't like having things on myself when I'm doing that kind of work. So, no rings for Shaun. Forza. So we're getting more shots of Forza Horizon, and it's Tokyo City setting. This looks pretty good. Look at that. That looks amazing, doesn't it? Do I need to go full screen? Can I go full screen? What am I doing here? The music's gonna kill us. Play it again. Play it again, Sam. Exactly, Joa. That's how it works. And you don't just walk around bars with a ring and be like, anyone want to be attached to this? Silicone rings. Never even thought of such a thing. I have a friend who went carbon fiber. I was like, well, it won't hurt in welding, but it's just as bad for snagging. Oh, I'm killing my monetization. I thought I muted it. I screwed up. That song's probably illegal. Alright, what else? How beautiful are these looking? That wasn't the one I wanted to see. Make the world yours. Customizable garages, the estate, collab, and upgraded event lab tools available. We're in Kanto for the Art of Driving Episode 3 with Larry Chen and Inko I Takita. Take the Nissan Skyline for a spin. Cool. And here, this is the one. This is why I really want to talk. Join us on May 23rd for the opening of Forza Horizon 6, the experience at the British Motor Museum. So, if that's something you could attend, you might want to look into it. Featuring great cars, tasty food, live music, and much more. And if you own a JDM car and want to show it off, there might be space for you. All the info here. I've been to these launch party events, and they don't mess around. I mean, it's been a while since I went to one, but they put on a hell of a show. So if this is something that is of interest to you, if it's something nearby, it's in Warwickshire. I don't know where that is. Well, I mean, I know it's in the UK. I don't know where it is on the giant island. But if it's something you could attend, and then yeah, if you have a JDM car, even better. You could be like, well, that'd be fun to show your car there, but the party's cool. I went to a Forza Horizon. It was a regular Forza one, and Travis Barker was like the headline act. I mean, it was like they're good, and they had like all the cool LA food trucks lined up outside, so you could just go up and get whatever you wanted, and it was. I'll stay air. It was off the hook. Anyway, there you go. So that's going on. Hello, Horizon Japan. Welcome to my garage. Let me be really perfectly honest with you. Where the F is this for iRacing? I mean, there's something that just pisses me off that iRacing can't get hip to an environment. Like, can't I have a trophy room? Can't I have a garage where I display my favorite liveries, where I can just kind of walk about, you know, for no reason? Can I interact with the game through that? You know, like, maybe I go to one of those sims right there to choose my car and track. I don't know. Get with it. It's 2026. All right. LA does have really good. I don't know. I'm not a foodie enough to know it's the best, but I know that they have very good food trucks. Anyway, all right, that's Horizon. Truck Sims. We got a bunch of new stuff being shown off here. They're announcing the Soul of Anatolia DLC. This upcoming map expansion for Euro Truck Simulator 2 will take you to the heart of Turkey, from the bustling streets of Istanbul all the way to Aksaray. I don't think we've seen this video. I know we've talked about Turkey. Yes, some of those. Yes, Christian. Yes, some of those Project Cars parties were pretty crazy fun too. Yeah, that's good. Those are good. When software companies have parties, they're generally pretty awesome. I can't think of a bad one. The best one. I was gonna say the best one ever. It's like I can't even remember who was playing when we went to one of the Need for Speed ones that me and Jessica and Tommy went to. Was amazing. It was at like one of the cool theaters in downtown LA, one of the historic cool theaters. And they had an open bar, and they had super good entertainment and dancing and craziness. It was awesome. I went to one in Vegas for... I can't remember who it was for. It might have been... Oh, no, I think that was just something we did. No, it was for somebody. I can't remember. It was that Moon, something Moon, whatever band or song. I can't remember. I didn't know it at the time, but it was really cool. I've been to some crazy parties for sim racing, that's for sure. I remember a really cool one for the off-road. EA's... It wasn't called WRC. Gosh, my brain's slipping me. And I got a little RC car. It had the Ken... It was the one with the Ken Brock Gymkhana, original Gymkhana car. It was that rally game. And I went there, and it was some underground hip bar thing in San Francisco that they had rented out for the night. And... you know, it was just like a big party and bands and drinks and food, and they gave me they had two of those Gymkhana cars, and I got one of them. It was a Tamiya model. Anyway, yeah. So I say, if you can get your way in, it is worth going. I would make my way there if you have an opportunity to the... Oh, wait, no, it's Forza, not Gran Turismo. To the Forza... launch event. Boom. May 23rd, so you have a month to get it together. Dirt 3, that's it. Thank you, Callum. Dirt 3, that was a fun party. We could do that one day. I don't know. Maybe that's something we should do for Patreon, like a hangout. Maybe that's something we should just do on Discord. I could try to pull up a bunch of old videos. I'd go through, our old show, Inside Sim Racing. But we could kind of stream it and pick out like all the great. I did a show for all of those events, I think, or most of them. It'd be kind of fun to watch. Jessica would be in all of them. Truck sims need those 2-player steering setups. One front axle. Oh, wouldn't that be slick? That would be slick. Anyway, okay, so we had more from Truck Sim. What was it? Not the Open 59. Whoa, console. Road to Consoles dev talk? Whoa. Euro Truck console. Alright. Here's their new coaches DLC for Euro Truck that's coming. Then we've got Illinois. Oh yeah, the Arch. There it is. This is their upcoming Illinois DLC. And I think that was it. Oh, nope. Aberdeen. Aberdeen. That's in South Dakota. Upcoming South Dakota DLC. Wasn't Aberdeen where the guy from Catch Me If You Can was from? Alright. This is an interesting one too. Project Motor Racing team statement. Statement on temporary delisting of DLC 1. We want to address the temporary delisting of our DLC 1 pack as well as some of the speculation surrounding this decision. The choice to temporarily remove the DLC was made by us as a courtesy while we work through a sensitive concern. We believe this is the responsible course of action while good faith discussion continues. This temporary step does not reflect any finding of fault or wrongdoing on the part of the studio or the publisher. Our focus remains on safeguarding the content for players and reaching a constructive resolution as quickly as possible. Players who already purchased the affected DLC are not and will not be impacted by this temporary delisting. Season Pass holders will also not be affected, either in relation to this pack or future packs, including our Year 1 Season Pass. We are working urgently to resolve this matter and will share a further update once discussions have concluded. Interesting. Let's see. John, you were at Pee-wee's big circus party under a circus tent. Elephants and everything. Yeah, some of the launch, like movie, same thing. Movies, I think even like album launch parties, like these are big media events. The talk was sad, basically blamed consoles for exposing lots of technical debt built up from shortcuts. Sad, poor lack of engineering best practice. Are you talking about driver? Are you talking about ATS ETS console or ETS console? It's dangerous. Terj. Good morning, Terj. Good morning, John Hill. Yeah, it sounds like Joe's got it. They are being sued. Sounds like they're being sued. Alright, Fanatec showing off some of their podium pedal software curve tuning. Which, okay, that's cool. I mean, oh, look, you can do it through the menus. That's kind of cool. Alright, Husingveld, it's been a while since we talked about it. I think they're getting closer to this actually coming out. I think they're going to have another updated version of this at Sim Racing Expo next month. Display Dash update. Thank you for your interest in Display Dash. It has exceeded their expectations. Look at that. I'm so excited about this one. Fanatec makes something very similar too, by the way, that I'd like to get my hands on. What's new? A refined housing with a cleaner look and slimmer bezels, larger screen, full aluminum body for a premium feel and durability, and more. You know, Husingveld is doing something really, really smart. They were at Sim Gaming Expo last year with this dash. And it is obvious that they took feedback and went home and made some design changes and are now going back to Sim Racing Expo to show off that version, because they still have not called it complete and ready for public consumption. They're more than happy to let you try it out in person. Ooh, and they have those same rotaries that the wheel had, which I really liked these rotaries. You want to see these rotaries again if you don't remember? Alright, these are the rotaries I'm talking about. They are rubberized. You know, I always get angry when things aren't made of aluminum like this and anodized in my favorite BMX colors, right? But these rubberized are so easy to grip because they have some, you know, friction. The surface has friction because it's rubber, not metal. And yeah, I just, it's so easy, but the detents are good. So it's like, oh, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no problem. So anyway, it looks like those are the same encoders and caps or knobs that they used on top of them in this dash. That's kind of cool. Yeah, well, that's so important, Turge, because yeah, VR changes everything. Tom just asked for more colors. Yeah, that's what that made sense. I'm sorry, I bumped the mic with my. I'm sorry, Joa. 3D. Yeah, well, I mean, especially, you know, when it comes to the 3D printed world for sim racing parts, button box, you know, things are kind of king. They're the one of the best DIY projects you can do would be making your own button box. There's so many choices available on how to do it, and so it's so easy to do it, from like the cheap all the way to the expensive. I mean, you could take a piece of Tupperware, a Tupperware box, and use that as an enclosure if you wanted to, right? Just to get it done. At the same time, you can buy a professional enclosure, but still generic, right? They're only like $7 on Amazon, right? Just drill the holes and insert your buttons and put whatever board you're going to run, you're done. And then you can just keep going fancier. You can go the Arduino route, which I've done, and throw a bunch of LEDs and do it all by custom. It is really, really... Cats around the world went hiding because of my noise. Aww. I was thinking it's time for a new rap. Joa keeps threatening to leave, so I figured I'd do that country song that I threatened, and he unsub for real. Oh my gosh, we're almost out of news. I'm sorry. I'm having fun, but I do have to get to cleaning. Don't tell Mom. I'm going to do a lot of last minute cleaning right now when this show ends. All right. A few more announcements for Sim Gaming Expo. This is Sim Gaming Expo in Chicago in September, which I'll be at. More announcements for booths and attendees. iRacers Lounge, they were there last year. They're going to be there again. They are fun. They're cool guys. We talked to them quite a bit. Brendan Hipstar. Never heard of. Sorry, I'm assuming he's a successful streamer. He will be there, and his fan base. And 4D Racewear will be there. Race Data AI will be there. And This Dad's Bad. And This Dad's Bad is going to be there as well. Sounds like another streamer type. Sims by Racers. Sims by Racers are going to be there. And Funky T-Bone. Funky T-Bone is going to be there. Those are great names for streamers. I went so basic with just Shaun Cole. No, Joa, I'm kidding. I don't want you to unsub, but I want to do another song. I got some things to get off my chest. Maybe I need to make it more like a Weird Al type thing and a mockery of a song that exists this time instead of trying to be original. All right, finish up with some Simpit affairs. Look at this. Callum, I'm sorry. You asked me to come try some cars and things, and I don't even think I replied. I was so buried with work and stuff and just being behind and the whole Maxademic that went on. Anyway, we have our new EAWRC rally season starting up in 20 days, 7 hours, 2 minutes, and 34 seconds. We're going to be at Rally Monte Carlo. Oh, a variety of cars. I am now seeing this for the first time, actually. So starting May 15th, the week of May 15th, Rally Monte Carlo in the H2 front-wheel drive. May 22nd, Rally Greece in the H2 rear-wheel drive. May 29th, round 3 is going to be in the F2 kit car at Estonia. Round 4, Central Europe Rally in the Group A cars. This is epic. Round 5, the TET Rally Latvia in the S1600s. Rally Pacifico in the H3 rear-wheel drive. Forum 8 Rally Japan in the S2000s. Rally Scandia, yeah. H1 front-wheel drive. Kenya in the NR4 R4 class. And finally finishing things up, round 10 at Finland with the Group B rear-wheel drive. That is cool. A wrap. My last one was kind of a sucky wrap. I watched it the other day. I thought it was so brilliant. And I watched it the other day and I'm like, it's not as good as you thought it was. You were so, monotone through the whole thing. Where was the, change of pitch and beat, right? So I'm gonna try a little harder next time to do something a little more real. You're gonna join that your motion sim. Hopefully, I'll be rocking my motion sim. I am running purely for fun. There'll be no recce. There'll be no recce. It'll only be recce. No recce, only recce. I'm running in full motion, and I will be running at full attack. Let's have some fun mode. Doesn't matter how we do. We're just gonna run to see. Run and gun. I might go balls to the wall, and we might total and DNF some events this season. And that might be okay, because maybe it's about just tearing it up, terrorizing the rally community. Maybe that's what it's all about. So, beyond that, let's talk about the Simpit Road Racing League. And let's see. Oh, did it get updated? Ameer's on vacation. We were at Algarve. Yeah. No, we were at Mugello. I'm so sorry. We were at Mugello. I had a decent day. Now we're at Imola this week. Joa won. Looks like it was updated. All right. So Mugello, here we are. All right. At Mugello, it was Joa Antonio having another fantastic race. Jason Potter finishing in second. James Dowling finishing in third. Ola Sarnquist, Andres Slissons round out our top 5. I started in the pits, by the way, because of my... I started in the pits because of this. And so I had to climb my way. I actually was in third place going into the pits behind Andres, who ended up finishing in 5th. But at one point I was at third place because of pit rotations. And I sped going to the pits and got a 45-second penalty, I think it was. Anyway, ended up finishing in 6th. So, congratulations, Joa. Great job. And anyway, Michael Tuck, Oldest Pudiclus, Ameer Saad, Gabriel Tornetta. And at this point, after 4 events, Joe Antonio is leading the way with 130 points, having a great season. Michael Tuck also having a great season, sitting in second with 102. Jason Potter right on his heels, 101 points. Joshua Higgy and Andres Slissons round out our top 5. Sarnquist, Generelli, Dowling, Assad, and Pudiclis round out the top 10 in points after 4 of 10 events. So I think that's all I have on my plate for today. There's no more news, nothing else. I've talked about the show, talked about changes we've made in the past and what we're doing moving forward. Got the rig review underway. We got the Asetek Initium combo underway. And but this week it's probably gonna be a little slow. I do have my mom here. I told her I have to do some work. I gotta work while you're here. I didn't know you were coming. So but I probably won't be able to get that much done. I'm gonna try, and Ameer is on vacation. So it might be a little slow, but then when things get back in action all the way, those are the 2 things I'm working on next. And a few other things. I have I did get the Logitech shifter in. We're gonna move that, and I have some things on my list that I'm so behind, you guys. I haven't reviewed the Vero Motion Sim. I use it. We play with it all the time. I have the Simrioto pedals. I finished that one. I have the Husingfeld handbrake that I've used on rally events all the time, but haven't reviewed it yet. We already did that. I have the SimSom pedals. I don't have their haptics, but I do have their pedals. Haven't reviewed that. I have the Simrioto button box. We did that. And then the 2 I mentioned. So, 3 I mentioned, and the Logitech. So, I have a lot of reviews in the works, a lot of stuff I have to do. Mama Cole likes the Group B cars. No, Mom's not going to be on the show. Mom's got a back thing going on. She's not going to drive my rig. Last time she was here, I meant to have her do it, and I should have had her run it then, because she would really enjoy it. My mom used to be like... My mom taught me how to drive a stick shift. So my mom, when I was a kid, drove nothing but stick shift cars. And when we used to commute from Santa Cruz to LA to visit the family, my mom had a pretty nice little Mazda 626 stick shift, and there's this road we called it Mermittville Road, because all the rabbits and squirrels and whatnot would jump across the road or run across the road in front of you. So we called it Mermittville, but it was this like crazy up and down mountain road, and my mom like drove it for fun. So no, she would be totally into trying our modern sims, but no, we're not gonna be able to do it this time. So yes, well, I got to get through this list so I can get back to racing for me. I want to be back in A-top form so that if I do a regular open race on iRacing, it's not just giving away my iRating. Instead of making it steal my iRating, let's just go out and race for some points. She could be a Vanna White with the unboxing. All right, I'll ask. We'll see. Christian, Hold on. Everybody hold. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm gonna write myself a note right now. Sorry, sometimes sometimes you just have to fall on the sword, so sorry to subject everybody to this. I think my mom doesn't really eat cookies, but I think me and Greg will eat them. Alright. If I have things written on paper, they tend to happen. You can't see it. The invisible paper. There you go. Alright. If I have a note for myself, I remember things. If I don't, it just slips my mind, and I'm down another rabbit hole. So, we'll take care of that. We can't have tears coming from your daughter. No. Hopefully she'll be able to do it at a later date. Yeah, hopefully, Shaun. Your I rating is fluctuating as it does. Understood. Simpit cookies. Yes, Tom, you're on the list. There are 3 people I owe cookies to right now. Tom, Christian, and David. Cookies. Can you please write turd gets force feedback pedals? You know, when I was in sales, I was in a lot of that motivational speaking crap. And they told me that, you know, if you really want to be good at sales, you need to, like, know what your goals are and the things that you want. And they suggested having, like, pictures of your dream things that you'd put up on your, you know, wall to motivate you when you're making those sales calls and whatnot. And I did that, and the best of my knowledge, let's see, no, it was a house, a BMW M5, and a Rolex. And I, to this day, don't have any of the 3. So, great going, Tony Robbins. A lot of good that did. Your chocolate milk is ready. All right, David's chocolate milk is ready. My coffee's gone cold. I'm out of the news. I got to get ready for Mom's visit. So I think it's time to bring this one to a close. I want to thank you all for hanging out and just talking about sim racing, BSing about the news and what's going on and what our whole world of sim racing is all about. So thank you very much for being here. Have a great weekend. Get out there. Do some sim racing. This is the Simpit. I'm Shaun Cole, and I'll see you on the track. Bye-bye, everybody.